What is up, everybody? It's EZE, and we finally did it. We packed up our bags. We left home sweet home, left Mama's cooking behind, and we headed out to Global yesterday to go see if we can't find some action somewhere else. And they looked at Too Easy, who was where I left with, and they saw those stars, and that invite filled up. So I chose a clan. They're called the Dark Side. We get into the clan, and a bunch of cool guys, it seems like. And then they got a little comfortable, and then they started letting go. That's when I realized that these guys will throw down. I felt like I just walked into a giant cake party. So cool guys. So then I wanted to check out the war they were in, because I want to get in some war action. See exactly how it is in another clan to get into some of these clan wars outside of damage, because I've kind of been sheltered in my own clan. And then I look, and who are they fighting? A friggin' engineer clan. You can't get away from it. So I started looking up and down their clan. The guy at the bottom is a Town Hall 9 with 3 defenses. All the way up and down the clan there's Town Hall 11s. These guys are trying to fight a clan. They get matched up with a clan that has 11 Town Hall 11s to their 3. So what do? It's not just our clan that's been having to deal with it. It's everybody. But they did a real good job. I showed a couple attacks from each side, because what I wanted to do is show attacks that we don't normally do. And we do a lot of different attacks, so we have most of it covered. But I did see a couple of attacks that I don't see very often, so that's the ones that I did. I didn't just stay on the dark sides, in their clan. Matter of fact, the first 2 were attacks done on them. I think they ended up losing the war by 2 stars, and it's just it's a shitty thing to have to fight these engineer clans. Hopefully, it'll get fixed soon. It's frustrating to have to deal with people that are not as good as you, but because they've manipulated the rules so badly that they can beat you. So it sucks. They were feeling it. I know they were. But talented group of guys. So I don't know how long I'm going to stay with them. I'm gonna ride it out for a little while and see exactly. I have several accounts, so of course I can't leave damage. That's my baby. I'll never leave damage with EZE. But so these guys are cool. The first attack was done on them, and it was and this is an attack that I've seen a lot. I haven't got much gameplay on it, but the first 2 attacks I believe are the same. It was a bowler witch attack, and if you hadn't paid attention, basically what they did was they lined up all the witches outside, and then they lined up the bowlers right behind them, and they literally marched right through that base. And that was not an easy base. That was a pretty tough base. Matter of fact, I believe the dude that owned it said that he had been in 100 wars, and that was the first time it's been 3-starred. So if that tells you how tough of a base it is, and just what kind of an advantage they have when they're attacking up 7, 8, 9 bases with max troops, it sucks. Anyway, the next attack though I thought was really cool, because they started off differently than I think I would have. But the way they started off as soon as they got into the base, I realized, wow, that was really smart the way they did this. It's one of those situations where it all worked out for them, and they 3-star the base, so they looked real smart. But if they didn't 3-star, they may look dumb on this, because they put 2 jump spells in right next to each other. So the first thing I'm thinking is, man, they could have just put some tanks up against the walls, and wall broke through that wall in 2 spots, and now they have 2 more spells they can use. But they brought in bowlers in 2 different locations. They jumped into the base in 2 different locations. The bowlers stayed separate the whole time, and they immediately spread out. And for all it's worth, it worked out perfectly. Half the bowlers went to the right, the other half went to the left. That was by design. They didn't even attempt to jump into the middle. And I think I mentioned that the first 2 attacks were both Bowler Witch. I was wrong about that. This is actually see, he even brought miners. We have not seen miners since the nerf on miners, even though it's an attack that personally I've used several times because I really like it. And look how well it works. They bring the miners in, they rage them up, it immediately takes out the core. I don't think they last much longer than that, but they still have bowlers underneath healers walking around the outside on both sides. So, you know, these ring bases, they have their strengths are that it's hard to jump into the middle, and a lot of players like to try to earthquake or jump their way into the middle. They'll drop the earthquake right at the beginning of the attack. They'll lay the jump down right at the beginning of the attack, and the troops never go into it. They end up circling around the whole base. They have a 92% 1-star, and they're chucking their phone against the wall. But instead, he didn't even attempt to jump, and he just brought the miners in, raged them up as soon as they hit the core, and walked right through the core, and there's another 3-star. So pretty intelligent attack. Definitely not his first time with that. That's the disadvantage to having the ring bases, that there are players out there that understand how to beat them, and we're going to see that more and more. I predict that in another 6 months the ring bases are going to be few and far between, and players are going to go back into the big mazed multi-section bases that there's no trick to it. You just have to you have to push your way through all these different compartments. So this next attack is again, it's something that I don't see very often in damage. He used all dragons. So now it's a town hall. I think it's in town hall 11 he's attacking, but there's no inferno towers and there's no eagle artillery. So if there's an advantage to fighting an engineered clan, is that their defenses are not as strong. They don't have all their defenses. They don't have the premium defenses for town hall 10, town hall 11. But at the same time, a lot of these guys have maxed heroes. So even though they don't have the eagle artillery, which is huge, obviously, and they don't have the inferno towers, which is huge, obviously, but they're lined up next to a town hall 9. And yes, a town hall 9 can max out their heroes to level 30, but a level 30 hero is not a match for a level 40. So, and even though you have control over and you can rage them, you can put spells on them, yes, all that's true, but you don't have 100% control of the troops all the time. Matter of fact, once you spawn everything in, you can drop spells on them and you can intelligently manipulate them through the base, but there's still a lot of the AI taking over at that point. And when you have something that's level 30 up against something that's level 40, and you don't have a rage and you don't have the hero's ability, you know, bad things happen. So when you have this town hall 9, even a fairly well upgraded town hall 9 up against a maxed out town hall 11 with those maxed out heroes, man, that's a big hill to climb, and that's what they're having to deal with. That's what we have to deal with. Now in this attack, he used a couple baby dragons to help funnel the dragons in, and he was able to. He brought a lava hound to tank for the dragons, and that's always a smart thing to do too. I know a lot of players they use dragons in Town Hall 7 and then Town Hall 8. And you get lava hounds in Town Hall 9, and then they try to use the dragon attacks in Town Hall 9, and they realize just how good the air defenses get in Town Hall 9, and these dragons just get smashed. But once you upgrade them and max the dragons out for Town Hall 9, and once you max out your lava hound for Town Hall 9, and once you max out your lightning spell, you can get through these bases. It takes good tactics. For anyone who's watched a bunch of our videos, we have one guy in our clan, Creeper, who has several accounts, and Creep he can 3-star bases that I could never dream of 3-starring with these dragons. Now granted, he does a lot of sniping with the balloons and stuff, and this other guy here didn't, but good attack. This next attack was done by Sam. Sam was the guy who invited me in the clan. Now Sam, again, this is a common attack for their clan, but this is not a common attack for mine, so I wanted to show this attack too, because we don't have a lot of gameplay on this. Really what he did is he brought a clan castle golem, but other than that, he's got no tanks in this at all. He's using the Valkyries to tank, he's using the heroes to tank. and basically he brings in 14 Valkyries, 14 to 15 wizards, and again, the small advantage over the engineered bases is this has some low-level walls, so the Valkyries one-shot their way through these walls real easily. He has some great spell placement. He runs into a Tesla farm right in the core of the base, but with all those Valkyries and all those spells that he had, he pushes right on through it. So great attack. I don't know. I think I'd be a little. I don't know. I'd be hesitant. I'm hesitant to go on a war attack with just wizards backing up your Valkyries. But I know that it's worked against us. We played against a couple of China clans back to back, and it seemed like, which is where that we found the flex attack, one that our clan has been doing for a long time. But we noticed that they did a lot of these Valkyrie wizard attacks, and they were really damn good at them. But we haven't seen it in a long time until Sam pulled it off right here. Matter of fact, Sam got 6 stars this war. He used 2 attacks that were very similar to each other on 2 bases kind of similar to each other, and I think he has probably, I don't know, 40 housing space troops left at the end of this attack. He had 25 or 30 in the other attack, so Sam knows what he's doing. Okay, so that's all the gameplay I have in this video here. Got a ton of stuff in the works. I have more content that I can possibly put out. I don't have enough time in my day, in my life, to actually get everything out that I've got going on. So come back. I got a bunch of stuff coming in. Like the video. If you haven't subbed to the channel yet, sub to the channel. We're gonna grow. We're gonna get to 1,000 subs here soon. I know we don't even have 100 yet, but I'm telling you right now, believe easy when I tell you, we're gonna get to 1,000. We're gonna hang out in this clan and see exactly what they got going on. I think I'm gonna find some more good attacks. We'll get some more good gameplay out of these guys, and we'll see. We're just gonna have to play it by ear and see where it takes us. So, had a good day with them. Guys are cool. I definitely won't pass out on their couch. I feel like they'll Billy Goat me or something. I don't know, but I would definitely don't get too drunk and pass out at their house. Anyway, I will see everyone tomorrow, and until next time, this has been EZE. Take care.